And the Huskers will put total leather to crank us up. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return.
On the set.
Jackson will throw. Quarterback on the move, still looking. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
Wants to throw on third down. Buys a little extra time. He throws into the middle of the field. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. And the Razorbacks racing to the line in a hurry up. Looks as if he's going to run it. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not second and long. It's not third and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on second down and likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing.
It's complete to the right. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
Third down and short is exactly what you want on offense because you can run the football, make the defense suck up, but you can also throw it. Nice execution, third and short, now set up in a first and goal situation.
After getting nothing done on first down, second and goal from the 6. They just keep firing. Buys a little time. And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Arkansas.
And how about the wheels for the QB? You could tell, man, he can roll, and they're going to use him. This is just the first drive. You see him going for the touchdown. I imagine we'll see more of that guy running the football with that kind of speed.
And the point after is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Finds just enough space across the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Pressure coming. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Well, quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch point?
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Second down, they'll go to the air. and he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Intercepted for the 11th time. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, the defense was expecting pass on that one. Third and long, they dial up the perfect coverage, and a great job in the back end, reading and reacting to the quarterback when the ball was in the air, coming away with a massive interception.
And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He's going to throw deep right side. Touchdown, Razorbacks! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Now this offense is back on the field. Running to the left. Runs through the tackle. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Huskers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. How about this freshman leading them on the chase and making the big play after the catch?
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25.
Razorbacks will take over. First and 10.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Jackson gonna throw it. He lost one down the sideline. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it. But...
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. The Razorbacks want to crank the tempo. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Under fire. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The officials throw the flag, but the offense won't need it. They'll decline that and keep the big play. A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
And this offense is built around this dude. I mean, he is sensational. He's been so fun to watch, like play, pitch, and catch, spread the ball around, complete and total command of the offense, and that's why he's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's got a real chance to go to New York and try to win that Heisman Trophy.
He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
A really good play by this defense, seeing it, attacking it, going and getting it. Obviously, they're running the RPO. They weren't fooled. They played the run, came up, made a nice tackle, got the running back on the ground.
And the Razorbacks come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Wide receiver going in motion. Jackson will throw. Going for it all. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. The ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, Arkansas! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Coming out with it, it's Parker. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Got room to work. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there. We're through 1, and what a back-and-forth battle between these 2 quarterbacks as we look at the stats. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Running to the left. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
The Cornhuskers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to throw. It's Raiola. He's taking the shot. Reels it in down the left side. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. And the Huskers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Edwards. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Grabs it inside the 10. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break.
Beck's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Huskers. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in this one in the MAC that just finished up. Northern Illinois delivered the type of thrashing generally reserved for homecoming games in DeKalb. Thing is, this sucker was a road victory, and a win like this is going to resonate throughout the MAC. Never a dull moment when it comes to football in the MAC, and that certainly held true again today.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Here's a heat. They get him on the ground, didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it. The Razorbacks come to the line in the hurry-up.
I got to be honest. I know the defense respected this guy's running ability. I don't know, though, if they knew it was this good. He has been gashing them in this game with his legs, and already you're seeing the defense now make some adjustments to slow this guy down. They were able to get him to the ground. He's still got a couple yards, but this has got to continue for this defense. You know he is going to carry the ball.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. They want to run this quarterback. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the Razorbacks now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to...
He'll off one deep down the left side. Snags it inside the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Fighting off another and runs through another guy. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
That's a great-looking run there. Nebraska has had such a great lineage at running back. When you think back to the great Roger Craig or Amon Green, Lawrence Phillips, Rex Burkhead, they always seem to be pumping somebody up into the NFL. This guy has a chance to play on Sunday because of his skills.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to pass. It's Raiola. Got it in the middle. It's Edwards. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy. First on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for it.
There he goes. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the 4th quarter.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Marches ahead. He cannot get it in, a mere inches away from pay dirt. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. So the offense will try to punch it in here on 4th and goal from the 1. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Nebraska!
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Here's the handoff. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. The Razorbacks are in the hurry-up. Jackson gonna throw it. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
Well, if at first you succeed, try again. They've already linked up twice for touchdown passes, so no question the quarterback here still in the first half looking for his go-to guy, but you got to give the defense credit there. They were expecting it, and they were able to make sure that one fell incomplete.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's Anthony. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They'll move the wide receiver. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. The snap sets up the throw. Here comes the heat. Bought a little time, lets it go. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Nebraska, 21.
And the Razorbacks will boot it away to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter, one-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Grabbed behind the line. It's Parker. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, the defense was ready coming into this one for this running back being a factor in the pass game. That time, they were draped all over him. As soon as he caught the ball, he went down for a loss of yards.
And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
That is a good omen for this defense. They were getting lit up in the first half. They knew something had to change. So to set the tone like this early on their opening drive of the third quarter and get a stop on third, that should really help their confidence.
Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down. The Razorbacks want to move quickly. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. 1st down for this offense. Calls his own number. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Spot in the middle. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. And the Razorbacks with the 1st and 10. He's got him still on his feet. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. A 1st down for the offense. They'll run it from the gun. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Jackson will throw. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And this one is perfect. And now the lead is even bigger. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this.
Turning it on! They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
Well, on that one, they decide to attack the left outside on the ground. And you see the speed by the ball carrier there. He's picking up a huge chunk of yards.
I can't imagine any reason they wouldn't just run that play again.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Why not just go back to the well one more time?
Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep. Good coverage.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Makes the grab, it's Mills. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's so hard to tackle these fast guys in the open field. And you see when you duck your head and you're going to try to hit somebody, you can't see him anymore. Ducks his head a little bit. Next thing you know, broken tackle, guys getting extra yards.
Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here's the pressure. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He lets it fly. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback. On 3rd down, really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. This quarterback part of their running game. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. Got a little work done on 1st down, now back to the line. Motion from the wideout. Jackson gonna throw it. Looking down the left side. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And it's just a bad decision by the quarterback. I get that he's outside the pocket and the play's breaking down, but you can't force it into your top receiver. If he's not open, you got to throw it away, and the defense took advantage with the interception.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. It's a reverse. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
It's going to be interesting to see how the defense is going to try to defend these jet sweeps moving forward. They have got to have bodies in the perimeter of the field with their eyes looking at these receivers in motion because they can hand it off to them at any time.
Rides the back on the option, the give. Shakes off the defender. He's up to 86 yards on the ground, and what a season he's having. It's almost certainly going to be a 1,000-yard campaign. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. Using his feet. And he was able to pick up a few yards on the ground, and the clock has run out here in the 3rd. We reach the bridge. Arkansas has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Off the play fake. Under fire. Touchdown Cornhuskers. And the comeback is on. just blinding speed. Speed that almost paralyzes defenders.
When you got a quarterback with that much speed, you got to find tricky ways to put more speed on the field, spy the quarterback with somebody that's really, really fast. And even when you do, a lot of times he still makes plays because he's that dang fast and that explosive.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Jackson will throw. The screen, and watch out. Breaks into the open. Just like that. A huge gain, and they've got it inside the 10. They'll mark it at the 8.
Late in the year, this guy is square in the middle of the Heisman Trophy discussion because of his performance. He throws a nice completion there for a first down, but it's been week in, week out. Big moments. He's led this team to a ton of wins. He is their best player.
Gets the back moving. A first down run on the doorstep. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
They've got the lead, but here in the fourth quarter, it's starting to dwindle. And if they're going to hang on to this game, they've got to be able to run it. It's a really tough thing to do when the opponent knows exactly what you're going to do, but this is what you train for. You've got to be the more physical unit right now.
And I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with that.
After giving up that big play, this defense has been a rock. 3rd and goal coming. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down.
And with that incompletion, it now sets up a very interesting decision for the head coach, right? You've got a narrow lead. You kick the field goal now, you force the opponent to have to at least score a touchdown to retake the lead. But you can also seize a lot of momentum if you get it here on 4th and short. If you're able to score a touchdown, this is a completely different game.
Here we go. What great shape they will be in if they can punch in a touchdown on 4th and goal. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He's out of bounds at the 25-yard line, gets it right back to the touchback position, and the offense will take over. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Finds his man. It's Mills. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the first down marker.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Caught in the backfield. It's Parker. It's a fumble. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it. Knocked down, but not before. He gets the first down after recovering the fumble. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous balance, but at least they've got the ball back.
But one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
The Huskers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. These DBs going to give a little cushion. Looking for a deep man. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Here on 2nd and 9, sends 3 receivers to the right. Pocket breaking down. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Nice job by this defense here. They didn't do a good enough job on the last drive, but, man, we got to get to the quarterback, affect him, get him in predictable situations like you did right here now on 3rd and long.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Caught behind the line. It's Edwards. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. Huge play here late, and this crowd is coming to help the defense. On 4th down, looking to pass. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation when you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions, eat clock, get out of here with a W.
Off play action on 1st down. They get to him as he throws. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
You know, could that be the play that changes the momentum now in this game? Remember, they're down, and it seems like the opponent's got this game in hand, but because of that interception, could that be the play now that generates the momentum to give them a spark to maybe come back and steal this game?
And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
With the catch, it's Clark. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Fires to the big fella. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella I trust. I'm going to find that matchup, get him the football for the 1st down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
The Cornhuskers will have it 1st and 10. To throw, it's Raiola. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, they're not able to hook up on that throw, but they need to score now. This juncture of the game, this late in the game, they need a touchdown, they need an onside kick recovered, and they need to score again if they're going to win. The sense of urgency is just off the charts.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Bring in the Heat. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down 17. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Splits the uprights right down the middle. This is now a 7-point game.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with the W.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding.